song. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind.
Hello. Welcome to the Hug Nation YouTube channel.
That I put into words how wonderful life is, and that you're in the world. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I put into words how wonderful life is, and that you're in the world. Good morning. You know what time it is? It's time for Love Morning. We also call this presence practice and Love Ambassador Meetup, little Hug Nation gathering. Hi, good morning. Welcome. Hello, Al. Gratulons to you as well. And that song I sang, I did not make up, so that kind of is I kind of cheated. I know I should probably sing a song and make one up. And that song that I make up, it is joining me with this cup, and it will have some words that are about gratitude. And when we gather around, we'll all hear the sound, and it will lift up our attitude. Well, Love Morning is here. Love Morning's here right now, and that is what we're gonna sing for real. Okay, good morning. I am a little under the weather, I will admit. I will confess that I am not feeling 100%. Took some cold medicine, which takes my body feels better and my brain feels worse. I am grateful for a bunch of stuff. What are you grateful for today? I'm grateful that I am back home, although my trip was amazing. I got a little sick. I'm not sure where in the journey. I passed lots of people and lots of wonderful interactions, and so worth it. But fighting some stuff, which makes me so grateful for my body. Oh, immune system, you're so amazing. You're so awesome. Thank you. Oh, man, I just shovel food in, take some vitamins, and just say, can I just trust you guys to figure out what's in there and, like, deal with it? We got you, John. Thanks, immune system. So, I'm pleased with my immune system. I feel so grateful that I had, even though yesterday I was, sick and not feeling well, I got to record a podcast for Stay Sparked. There's a new episode of that's coming up later today on nature. And I got to do a breathwork session with a friend of mine. And I got to do a men's group in the evening. So even though it was like a down day, I got to do quite a bit of growth stuff. My breath work, I'm trying to think. Suddenly I remember, I was realizing it was called biodynamic breath work. And with Christine was my facilitator. And yeah, it was. I took it easy because of my health, but I still had a really beautiful experience, real clarity in it. And there's two really cool things about it. Al saying a family funeral on Tuesday, so that's tough. But I suppose I'm grateful for the chance to reflect and make sure I celebrate life while I can. I got a message this morning from a friend that I've known online for 20 years, and their message was that they're telling me that they were 2 months into their battle with breast cancer, and they're having a rough day, but they wanted to let me know that they think about Capricorn and that they were thinking about me, and they kind of said, think of me as you enjoy the sunset today. So I went on my morning walk and was really, in that headspace of thinking about her and thinking about that idea that, sometimes difficulty and tragedy and challenges are what helps us to appreciate. And so I went out and I sucked a honeysuckle bloom and I hugged a tree and I really just noticed as many flowers as I could. And so I'm with you there, Al, as the challenges can be those beautiful bumps that knock us to appreciate the things that we sometimes take for granted. Good morning, Tall Paul. Good morning, good morning. Good to see you. Always exciting to see your updates of your creative journey, and an extra treat to see you in the morning too, Paul. Hello, Faith. Faith says, thankful to be here live today from Key West. Hi, Faith. Yeah, I have not been consistent with the mornings broadcast because of the trip and then feeling sick, but thank you for being here today. So let me share something that was a really beautiful thing about that happened in the breath work. At one point, I welcomed in this fluttery feeling that I've learned to connect with, and it is part of one of my insecurity feelings, social anxiety feelings. And I mentioned yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever I had the session with Holly, but through that session, I was able to really get better in tune with this fluttery feeling that we call dark tree, and really befriend it a little bit more. And so yesterday, I brought that feeling in again, and really was focusing on mindful surrender. And so as I started to feel that feeling a little bit, instead of being scared of it or repelling it or tensing up, I just really tried to be this feeling is not the enemy. This feeling is just something that has been trying to communicate with me. And so I'm just going to let myself feel it. And it just kind of went away. But I felt like that was a big success of embracing the feelings instead of being fearful of them. And I think that has been a huge epiphany for me, that it's not that I don't have feelings or can't hear the feelings or can't know them, is that I have learned to be so afraid of them that I've been so focused on getting rid of them. And I'll see if I can articulate this well, because it seemed like a significant epiphany to me. What I am afraid of is what the feeling is protecting me from. So when I was in 5th grade, I had a very traumatic experience where I went to a special school and I felt stupid, and it set me into a dark place where I didn't know. I thought I was a smart kid, and then this feeling of I don't know who I am, I suck, I'm worthless, and that I spiraled into a depression. And so this feeling of insecurity, the fluttering, I am interpreting it as it's trying to keep me in a sense of not getting too overconfident, so that I don't experience that dramatic drop into depression. Now, from the outside, you can say, well, that's not keep yourself feeling insecure, so you never that doesn't sound very healthy. But this is a 5th grade part of me trying to help, and maybe it's not trying to keep me. I don't know if that makes sense. But in any case, that feeling, I was associated with that darkness. And so I was so scared of this feeling because I had it associated with the darkness. But the feeling isn't the darkness. The feeling is trying to protect me from the darkness. Does that make sense? So as I have learned to be less afraid of the feeling and accept and embrace the feeling, it's not unpleasant at all. And now I believe the work is in trying to integrate this part of me and love it, and perhaps that feeling will be able to inform me, communicate with me, help me, give me direction and information and guidance in ways that are helpful for me, beyond just avoiding that dark pit that I initially associated it with. So I'm not sure if that makes sense, but it's encouraging to me. Good morning, Brent. Good morning to you. And good morning, Amy. Grammy says, Grammy. Amy's grateful, which sounds like Grammy. That's kind of a good play name. Amy says, I'm grateful for tomorrow, celebrating 33 years of marriage with my adorable and adventurous husband. Yay! Congratulations. That's beautiful. Congratulations, Amy. 33 years. I've got a little milestone. Today for me is 100 days free from intoxicants. So I started this like intense spiritual journey 100 days ago, and I am so encouraged by how much has happened in 100 days. 100 days does not seem like a lot, but it feels like a lot has happened in the last 3+ months. Well, anyone else want to share some gratitude? I think we will have a hug in a moment and head off into our days, remembering that we have the abilities to be ambassadors of love. I got a chance to be a love ambassador this morning as I went on my morning walk. I went later than normal. I usually go closer to 6:30, and I went at like 7, and there were more people walking, and so I got to say good morning to a number of neighbors, and most of them were friendly back. I'd say 9 out of 10. Was there 10 people? I think I probably said good morning to 7 people, so 6 out of 7. Thank you, Mike. Good morning. Lori says she's at 109 days. Congratulations. And if you see me talking to a name that you don't see in the comments, it's because I'm live right now on YouTube and on Facebook. So good morning and hello. Luann says, grateful that the fog has moved off and the sun is shining. Finally have some extra time to help build the temple this weekend. Ooh, very cool. I have a dilemma on my plate. I have 2 events. This weekend is First Saturdays and a Pink Heart meeting. I'm excited about that. The next weekend, though, there's 2 big events that I have purchased. I've invested money into both of them. I'm not sure what to do. One is Utopia, San Diego Regional, and the other is a catamaran trip to Catalina with my men's group, one of my men's groups. And I've been trying to just like figure out which one is calling me and which one, and I think I'm gonna go to the men's group, but it's hard. I can definitely think of important reasons to do both. Never been to Catalina, that's also part of it. But I also don't want to, abandon my San Diego Burning Man community. Whew. It's nice to have those kind of choices, though. Both will be beautiful experiences. There's no wrong answer, which is something that keeps coming up for me. No wrong answers, just different adventures. And recognizing that indecision is a decision. Those are all kind of linked together. Well, as we approach 1:15, and I am so grateful to share this morning with you as I get back into the Love Morning routine. If you'd like to share any gratitude, there is still a little time. But, I'm grateful for the show Chimp Empire. Have you seen that on Netflix? Really appreciating what it does. It shows the societies. I think I already mentioned it, and the personalities of these chimpanzee groups, and it's so cool. All right, Mike says, grateful for 75 days of sobriety. Now part of Consciousness Camp. We hold AA meetings at raves. Had one at EDC this year. Never thought I could have fun without using, but boy, was I wrong. Nice to hear, Mike. Congratulations. I too have been kind of very pleasantly surprised by how many good things have happened to me in the last 100 days. Now, do I miss aspects of partying? You betcha. Am I tempted to party? Not at all. Al says, I hope you manage to shake off your symptoms and keep flourishing. Thank you, Al. I am confident. Amy saying, Catalina Island, beautiful trip. Rent golf carts and tour around the island. We have a whole cove, I think, reserved with my men's group. And I don't know what our plan is to go to tour the island or not. Lisa, good morning. Lisa says, I'm grateful to be at work and early, enjoying my quirky, kind, intelligent 89-year-old client. That's awesome. I have listened to a number of people in the last couple of weeks talk about their rewarding work with older people. And in fact, I just remember I was invited to meet someone, an elder, a wise elder. So hopefully that will happen. I've been thinking a lot about my grandpa lately. I just rewatched the short film I made about him and was reminded how impactful he was to me. And it was a good reminder of like how much there's so much wisdom to be received from someone who has lived a long and fulfilling life. I don't mean the wisdom like words of wisdom, although my grandpa was full of those, but the energy, the presence of someone, like a well-worn river rock. There's just something that there's a feeling of someone who is, not all people, I mean, there's plenty of people who are cranky and angry till their last day, but some people do if they do enough work in their middle years, their elder years, they have a presence. And I'm hoping I'm in the middle of my midlife work so that I can have the presence of an elder. No, pretty darn soon, now that I'm thinking about it. I better get the work done quick. I'm hitting my elder years right around the corner. So, well, thank you for joining me today. Let's have a hug wherever you are in this moment. Give yourself a big squeeze. And appreciate your body. It's constantly functioning healing systems and rejuvenating cells and converting food to energy. Amazing. And let's be grateful for one another and the recognition that there's so many people out there that are just like us. The context is different, but their passions and their desires and their needs are so similar. We're all just doing the best we can with what we got. So let's forgive ourselves and forgive others and take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and each of you, thanks for being here for this gratitude gathering, this love morning. I love you. Hi, Faith. Good morning. Have a beautiful day, everyone.